Good afternoon. This is the meeting of the Land Bank Committee. This is September 16th, 2024, and it is 2 o'clock. I will be acting as Land Bank Administrator, presenting the applications, and as clerk today. So I will take the roll right now. Mr. Bajali has not shown. He is absent. Mr. Orzak?
Here.
Ms. Gilson?
Here.
Chief Oliver?
Here.
Mr. Hastings?
Here.
All right. As stated, Quinn is not with us for this meeting. And joining us is Melanie Murray, the Assistant Law Director. The first item of business will be to review the minutes from the July 15th, 2024 Land Bank meeting. If there's not anything to discuss on the meeting minutes, I would ask for approval as written.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, and I'll call the roll then. Chief Oliver?
Yes.
Mr. Orzak?
Yes.
Mr. Hastings?
Yes.
Ms. Gilson?
Yes.
All right. There's no old business at this time to present, but we do have a couple of items of new business. The first being 205 Hendry Street, and this is a request for side lot expansion. Erie County parcel number is 57-00228.000. And the information regarding this application is Dominic Thomas, residing at 207 Hendry Street, has requested ownership of the city-owned vacant lot at 205 Hendry for the purpose of expanding his existing property. In his request, he proposes to add square footage to the home, which he recently purchased. I'm so sorry. Let me start that over with because my notes are saying something different. I'm so sorry. Pardon me. I'm going to start over with the 205 Hendry. Let's see. When visiting the property, staff noticed that with resident parking on either side of the street, there are times when navigating a vehicle between the two parked cars can be difficult and damage could occur. So to review, he is only asking for the additional space for off-street parking. He did state that if a garage is necessary to get this request approved, he would do so. There is a building in the back of his property at this time, though. I think that's just storage, along with an alley in the back. The city acquired the property through sheriff's sale on 9/12/2023. A two-story residential structure was ordered condemned in 2018 and subsequently demolished in 2020. In 2023, the Erie County Treasurer foreclosed on the property due to the unpaid delinquent property taxes, penalties, and special assessments, including nuisance and demolition totaling $7,000 in excess. Let's see. The vacant parcel sits as the first home on Hendry coming off of Campbell Street. It is zoned R2F, which is two-family residential, as are both of the the rest of the parcels on the block. The lot size is 33 by 72, which is not consistent with the rest of the block. There's approximately 45 feet in the rear of the property that belongs to the parcel that is facing Campbell Street, which is 1313 Campbell. And you might be able to better see this on the report. The auditor's valuation on the vacant parcel is $4,620, which will be re-evaluated if the parcels are combined. It would be a requirement for the parcels to be combined if this application is approved. So we've got the zoning map and the auditor's aerial. And then this is a recent picture as of last week of the property. I really can't show you how it's kind of a funny, if I have a mouse here, I'll go down to his drawing. So Campbell Street goes all the way back. And then this Campbell Street goes to here, but the property right next door where he lives goes all the way back. So this would kind of make this consistent, or, a little bit of extra room for his property. And then the drawing here is where he would put the concrete and driveway. If there's a garage necessary, he's got a block here for that. The recommended purchase price will be no less than $200 plus all expenses included in the property transfer, combination, and recording. So this is usually estimated at $1,500 to $2,000 end price. This is consistent with the approved fair market value pricing strategy for the disposition of city land bank parcels. And if the application is approved, a purchase and sale agreement will be drafted and go before City Commission for final approval. Payment in full will be due at when the purchase agreement is signed. And then once the purchase agreement is fully executed, deeds will be requested and the combination of two parcels will occur. The city will be relieved of all maintenance of the property, which is estimated at $250 each time the property is mowed. Estimated property tax on the land will be added to the current tax bill of the applicant once the parcels are combined. So the normal conditions and contingencies are the approval through this body, the Land Bank Committee, the approval from City Commission, fully executed purchase and sale agreement with additional conditions within, and the property must be combined with the existing property. That is all the information that I have on this application. And again, this is for just side lot expansion for off-street parking. Based on the information provided, I would request for approval or denial of this application. And I can take any questions at this time as well.
I have a question. You said the size was not consistent with the rest of, what did that mean? Smaller, bigger?
It's smaller in depth. So the depth of the property was 75 feet, I believe it said, and his current goes back further, another 45 feet, I believe so. Any additional questions?
No additional questions. I would move approval with an additional condition that the applicant work with city planning on a site plan to make sure that parking, he meets all parking requirements.
Second.
Okay. Anything further from the rest of the committee? All right, I will call the roll on the approval of the application with the conditions. Chief Oliver?
Yes.
Mr. Orzak?
Yes.
Mr. Hastings?
Yes.
And Ms. Gilson?
Yes.
All right. All right, we will draft up a purchase and sale agreement with those conditions for City Commission approval. Thank you. The next application is for a side lot expansion request for 518 Reese Street. And this is a permanent parcel number of 57-02901-000. And this time Aaron Richter is the applicant, and he resides at 518 Reese Street. Okay, he just purchased 518 Reese Street. 516 is the formal parcel number of the city-owned property. Again, I apologize. The purpose of this will be, he has proposed to build an addition on his property. However, there have been no building plans or, the proposed area or what he's going to add to the property turned in yet. He did just purchase the property in August, so we did not receive anything for that right now. His home is currently a one-story, single-family residence with 2 bedrooms and 1 bath with 740 square feet of living space. So, I listed that on here because that comes into play when he does request to add to his existing footprint. The city parcel information is that the city acquired the property through sheriff's sale on August 9th of 2016. A single-family residential structure was demolished from the site in 2010, and the parcel has remained vacant and non-productive since. In 2015, the Erie County Treasurer's Office foreclosed on the property due to unpaid and delinquent property taxes, penalties, and special assessments totaling in excess of $14,000. The vacant parcel is located next to the applicant's home, which is 518 Reese Street. It is zoned R140, single-family residential, as is the rest of the block. The vacant lot size is approximately 33 by 132 and valued at $7,760, according to the Erie County Auditor's website. Given the inconsistency of the parcel and home sizes on this block, along with the small footprint of the applicant's home and the desire to increase the square footage of the home, and essentially the property value, the applicant is requesting your support on this request. A recent view of the property shows that this area is in between two houses. It is unknown if the property on the other side of the city, which is 512, that's the two-story property, is occupied or not. Research shows that the property taxes are delinquent and it is not certified as a rental property, so it's unknown if it's occupied or not. The applicant has not submitted a building plan as of yet. If approved, we will be sure that the proposal meets all the building and zoning regulations prior to going before City Commission. The budget impact for this request, the recommended purchase price will be no less than $2,000 plus all of the expenses in the property transfer, combination, and recording, which again is estimated at $1,500 to $2,000. This is consistent with the approved fair market value pricing strategy for the disposition of city land bank parcels. If this application is approved, a purchase and sale agreement will be drafted and gone before City Commission for final approval. Again, payment in full will be due if a purchase and sale agreement is signed. Once a purchase and sale agreement is fully executed, deeds will be requested and a request to combine the two parcels will be made. The city will be relieved of property maintenance, which is approximately $250 each time. Same as the last application, the estimated property tax on the land will be added to the current tax bill of the applicant once the parcels are combined. Same conditions and consistencies, except for one. The application must be approved by Land Bank Committee, submittal of an approved building concept, the approval from City Commission, and a fully executed purchase and sale agreement with the conditions therein, and then the property combined. It's requested that the Land Bank Committee render a decision on this application for the purchase of the former 516 Reese Street, Erie County parcel 57-04629.000 for side lot expansion. And if approved, the request will go before City Commission for final approval. That's all I have.
I don't have any questions, but I do have a few comments. Considering the need for housing in Erie County, or actually all over the state, but specifically in Sandusky, and understanding that this lot actually could be built upon, what I would suggest is that we table this today and allow Mr. Richter a little bit of time to come back to the department with building concepts and/or a building plan to show how he would expand the footprint of his home, and then we reconsider at that time. So that, therefore, I move to table this application.
Second.
Okay, are there any further comments? Okay, I will take the roll then on the request to table for review of a building plan or proposal. Chief Oliver?
Yes.
Mr. Orzak?
Yes.
Mr. Hastings?
Yes.
And Ms. Gilson?
Yes.
All right. I will get with the applicant and tell him the decision. And finally, we do have acquisition of 2 parcels. So let's see. The first parcel is 1730 Camp Street. It was formerly known as 1730 Camp Street. The actual lot number is 264. This is a piece of residential vacant land with the lot size of approximately 46 by 81. It sits on the corner of Camp Street and Fillmore. The property is zoned R140, which is single-family residential, and the property is delinquent with the Erie County Treasurer's Office, and if acquired, it will be evaluated for future development. The adjoining lot at 1728, so this is actually a view of 2 different lots, but the adjoining lot at 1728 is currently owned by the city of Sandusky. So should we acquire this parcel, we will own 2 parcels right here on the corner. And then the second piece of property, you may recall that in 2023, I did put in a request for permission to acquire 809 Hancock Street. However, this did not go to City Commission for approval because the property was not yet delinquent in property tax. But this year, it is delinquent in property tax. The new owner, Chris Gorby, currently owes a total of $2,292.73 to the treasurer. Plus, there will be in excess of $21,000 added to this property for the expense of a demolition. So I am coming, I guess, again, to request acquisition of this parcel in lieu of foreclosure. And those are the only 2 properties that are in the request for acquisition. I can go back to any of these pictures if you need to.
Make a motion to acquire both properties, the one on Camp and the one on Hancock as submitted.
Second.
Okay. Any further comments on either property or concerns? Okay, I will call the roll on this motion to approve. Chief Oliver?
Yes.
Mr. Orzak?
Yes.
Mr. Hastings?
Yes.
And Ms. Gilson?
Yes.
Okay. That is actually all that I have for today. Is there anything that anybody would like to discuss further? Or, okay, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Second?
Okay. I don't know if I have to take a roll on that, do I? Do I have to take a roll?
You just say, everybody say aye.
Signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay. Meeting is adjourned. It is